Empty streets, closed businesses, people stuck at home, all because of a pandemic. Lately, Kerens has looked a lot like it did in 1918. How do we know? Because a piece of that history is still living.
I've heard about the flu in 1918. Do you remember that?
Well, I had it too. Didn't feel well at all.
Jewell Hutson was 7 years old when the 1918 flu pandemic broke out.
That's right.
Today, she's 109 and still remembers it well.
I remember how we hurt and had fever and had to stay in bed.
Jewell's dad had gone to take care of a friend who was infected and unknowingly brought the virus home.
And the rest of the family began to take it. Everybody in the family had it.
Jewell's older brother took the family's covered wagon to a neighboring town to pick up a nurse who helped care for her family. They all survived, in large part because they stayed home, but a lot of people didn't. Because of World War I, most Americans didn't even know there was a pandemic and went about life as usual. As a result, 1918 was, and still is, the deadliest pandemic in modern history. Around the world, nearly 500 million were infected and more than 50 million died. And in America, life expectancy in 1918 fell by 12 years.
Did you fully understand how bad it was?
No.
Jewell says this pandemic is a chance to remember our history, to learn from our mistakes and not repeat them. Which is why Jewell says it's important to follow recommendations and put others before ourselves, because she's seen what can happen when we don't.
They've learned what they should do, and they should follow the rules. And I think it's important for them to try to be as helpful to everybody as they can and not spread it around to somebody else.
Because like Jewell, we all deserve to have a long, long life ahead. In Kerens, I'm Sean Giggy.